G'day everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. So the Players Association have just recently released their 40-man squad for this year's 22-under-22 side. As always, we like to do this every single year and pick my personal best 22. So the link's in the description if you want to go and vote yourselves. Now earlier today I had a quick little squiz of the 40-man squad. I haven't had a full detailed look, but now we're going to get a full look into it. So yeah, it's always tough, these ones. This is just going to be my personal 22, not a prediction, given that in the end, these sort of squads that the Players Association pick is full of favouritism. So yeah, feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you're going to enjoy, and yeah, let's get into it. So on the website, as always, we start off with the defence, and here are the defender options: McAndrew, Draper, Holmes, Hoff, 𝐓𝐻𝐿 𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼, 𝘧𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼, 𝗏𝐻𝐿 𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼, Wilmot. Oh, goodness gracious me, that is actually quite tricky. Having to fit 6 defenders in here. Bloody hell. Okay, well, let's start off with putting in the locks. I reckon Max Holmes and 𝘧𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼 𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼 have to be in there. I think Holmes is probably having an All-Australian worthy year. Not really a high accumulator, but just impact with disposal and great work rate, and uses it wisely by foot. And 𝗏𝐻𝐿, we all know, classy player too. He's had a pretty nifty and productive season for the Saints. So I think those are your locks. And then, yeah, we've got honestly, you can make a case for any of these players. Probably players like Draper haven't played enough quality games, and 𝐓𝐻𝐿𝐼 probably is the most talented out of this whole group and the highest potential, but he's only played like 14 games. He's missed up to 2 months with injury. So yeah, I'll make a case maybe to borderline include him or not. I think I'm going to go with Jake 𝐚𝐵. I'd say he's probably in the top 5 for Melbourne, top 5 for the D's best and fairest. He's just had a very consistent year. He's been on lockdown on small forwards as well. Eagles fans really like Hoff. At the start of the yard, Brady Hoff being one of the Eagles' most improved players. Really rate him. Could also include him too. We want to try and balance our team a bit, include key position players as well. So because of that, I think I'll go with McAndrew and Josh Weddle. They've had pretty solid years. McAndrew's been a beast in the air. He's been able to float forward and kick some goals as well. And Weddle, just the Swiss Army knife for the Hawks, able to play in some tools. But when he's roaming up the ground, he's got a lovely kick. So I'll include those two. And remember, there are 4 on the bench, so we might include one of these players. This is tough. I'm loving 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼 here. I might go with 𝘚𝐼 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻. Not only is he able to lock down, but he's just really good off with their rebound. And the absence of 𝐘itty Coleman, I think, has really assisted 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻 this year. So yeah, I might go with them for my defence. Okay, now on to the midfielders. So plenty of talent here, but I think when identifying this list, we've got to pick the locks right away. And you see these players and think they're a class above. So 𝐼𝐻𝐿 definitely. What's this? Oh, we can select him as a forward. We'll just stick him in the midfield for now. Goulden, Horne-Francis has been a jet this year. And of course, Nick Daicos in there too. So we can pick one more. Ooh, options. Bruin's probably not playing enough. Burgoyne's had some quality games. 𝐓𝐿𝐼 had his first couple of games was outstanding. D'Ambrosio, could put him on the bench, rated one of the best wingmen in the comp. 𝐷empsey, Leon the Rising Star. Now I'm assuming, yeah, okay, we'll put him in our forward line. Wardlaw, he's had a few concussion problems. He's still been a beast, but yeah, it's tricky, some of these players. Like even Hollands, I think he's just been so heavily involved for the Blues this year, one of the recruits of the season. Windsor, tough one. Finn Callaghan as well. I think he's been highly under the radar. But I think you've got to have the need for Reid. I might put Harley Reid to complete my midfield. Just his impact this year has been outstanding. Been one of the best players in the comp with being able to break tackles. I know he's missed a few games, but just when he's out there, just his presence really lifts that Eagles midfield group. And yeah, he's having a solid first year too. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that with my midfield. So 𝐻𝐿, no-brainer. Goulden, no-brainer. Horne-Francis. Now, North supporters probably won't include Horne-Francis, but just his impact this year has been outstanding. Nick Daicos, it's Nick Daicos. And yeah, Harley Reid, I reckon, we'll have on field. But yeah, Saligo, Hollands, Power, Wardlaw, D'Ambrosio could put him on the bench. We'll move on to our forward line now. Oh, no, hold up. It's like, yep, it is the Rucks. Okay, Sam Darcy, Luke Jackson. Now, I'm assuming Darcy, yep, has forward status with this, so we'll just go with Jackson here. Okay, now on to the forwards. We've got Jai Miss, Paul Curtis, Sam Darcy, 𝐷empsey, Ginnivan, Hollands, Lohman. Oh, I've got a bit of suction cups on that on that profile picture. Connor McDonald, Logan McDonald, Josh 𝐸𝐿𝐴, 𝘬𝐶𝐼, 𝐼𝐗𝐴 𝐴𝐿𝐴 𝑉𝑎𝑛 Rooyen. This is tough. So I reckon we'll pick our key position players here. So 𝐼𝐗𝐴 and 𝘬𝐶𝐼 have got to be locks. I think 𝘬𝐶 and 𝐼𝐗𝐴 both are on track for 50 goals this year. 𝐼𝐗𝐴's had an unbelievable past month, and 𝘬𝐶, what a breakout year he's had. So aggressive in the air. And we all thought 𝐼𝐻 was going to be the future. Could it be 𝘬𝐶 instead? They're both quality players. But I think 𝐼𝐻 has kicked around 35 odd goals, so could make a case for putting him in. But I think before considering him, Dempsey's got to come in. I think we'll put 𝐷'Arcy in our forward line for now, given that there's probably a few other bench options that we prefer. So yeah, we'll put him in. 𝐷'Arcy's been a beast this year. Just those long arms, such a hard player to beat in the air. I think he's kicked around 25 goals. He's been pretty crafty in the ruck too. Hollands, I might go with him as well. And one of the recruits of the season, just a really good work rate. He's kicked, I think I saw around roughly 15 goals a few weeks ago or something like that. And he's just so highly involved in most of Carlton's attacking chains. He's been a great pickup for the Blues, so we'll put him in. Pretend he's like on a half forward line, let's say. And the final spot here, oh god. So Paul Curtis, Jack Ginnivan. Now I'm assuming Ginnivan's going to make the squad because it's these sort of high reputation sort of players do make the team. But honestly, I think 𝐸𝐿𝐴 and Lohmann have probably had numbers wise and maybe even impact wise better years. You could make a case for Ginnivan probably impact wise a bit better, but Lohmann's been unbelievable. Breakout year. 𝐸𝐿𝐴's still been a highly productive player for the Crows. McDonald's kicked roughly 30 goals, but he's been a little hit and miss. Connor McDonald underrated this year too. Jesus, this is tough. Really tough. 𝗏𝐻𝐿𝐴 Rooyen, he's got, there's similar McDonald, he's got the numbers, but probably not. Paul Curtis in an 18th, bottom 3 place side. Might go 𝐸𝐿𝐴. Might go 𝐸𝐿𝐴 to complete my forward line. I know he's had a few moments where it's frowned upon, like he hasn't attacked contests well, but he's won games off his own boot. He's still been a highly influential player, I think, in the Crows forward line. And prior to this video, I did see like a few of the players' stats, and yeah, 𝐸𝐿𝐴's got 27 goals, which is more than Lohmann and Ginnivan. So I might go 𝐸𝐿𝐴 to complete my forward line for now. Okay, so now to the bench. So we can pick 4 players here of basically the leftovers. There is one player I want to pick though for that defender on the bench, Bodie Ewland. Absolutely have loved watching him this year. Just so competitive. Just a beast one-on-one. He's the ultimate coach's player, I reckon. He wears his heart on his sleeve. I've loved watching him this year. So I might include Ewland, a bit of a personal selection there. For a midfielder, Tom Powell, I think he's had some quality games this year, but at the same time, he's had some pretty poor games. 𝐸𝐿𝐴 has been great this year. I might go 𝐸𝐿𝐴, actually, looking at this. Yeah, go 𝐸𝐿𝐴. D'Ambrosio rated one of the highest wingmen in the comp. I think I've got to include him too. And that leaves the final position. So looking through it, 𝐓𝐿𝐴, Curtis, Draper. Gimby's been, I think, pretty solid this year. He's been able to play a bit of a lockdown role too and play a bit in defence. Could he be a future defender for the Eagles? Ginnivan, Hoff, I've loved him this year. Lohmann, he's been one of my personal favourites. McDonald, it's tough. Like, there's just, you can make a case for so many of these players. But do I get sucked into another midfielder? I feel like I could go with someone like a Lohmann. But I think Callaghan's been so under the radar. I've honestly loved watching him this year. Just how he can cover opposition with his kicks, and his numbers have really improved this year. So I might go with Finn Callaghan to complete my team. So we've got a small defender. D'Ambrosio can also float in defence too. 𝐸𝐿𝐴 and Callaghan. And by the way, we do have Sam Darcy in our forward line. So we've actually got 3 tools. So yeah, I mean, you can pretty much replace him on the bench, let's say. So yeah, I think that's going to be our team complete. So yeah, let's have a quick look through it. So Max Holmes, Wanganeen Miller, class off the halfback. McVie, 𝐓𝐡𝐞 can lock down and also offer a bit of rebound. McAndrew and Weddle are the key position plays. For the midfield, this is pretty no-brainer decisions here. And then Harley Reid, I think, on the ball. Got to go with him with his impact. Luke Jackson is the ruck, so then we can put Sam Darcy in the forward line. But yeah, this is a pretty tallish forward line, having the 3 talls. I know some sides run it. But then Dempsey is the high half forward. Hollands as well. Rochelle is a bit of that, crafty small forward too. And then, yeah, for the bench, lockdown defender Ewell offers a bit of rebound. Saligo, Callaghan, and the midfield rotations. And D'Ambrosio, bit of that outside type. And I think he's been one of the best women this year, so he's got to come in and be in my team. So that's pretty much what it does look like, everybody. We'll quickly scroll down and go through it right here. So, yeah, as I say again, it is bloody tricky, and it's very, it's a very subjective sort of process. This one is you have your case as an individual selecting specific players. I know if you're, let's say, North Melbourne fan, you're probably more inclined to take players like Tom Powell, etc. And if you're an Eagles fan, you're probably more on the boat to take Brady Hoff and put them in your team. That's totally fair enough, but yeah, I reckon I'll run with this. But yeah, that's pretty much my 22-under-22 side. We'll quickly select the captains. It doesn't really matter too much. We'll just go, I reckon, yeah, Nick Dacos and then 𝐼𝐴 for the vice captain too. And there is the team complete, everybody. So Dacos captain, 𝐼𝐴 VC. There's a handful of stiff players I've missed out though. I left out though. Like I probably could include another small forward or another forward into the mix, like Kai Lohman or Connor McDonald, for example. But it's a tricky one. You can't have everybody in there. There's quality players I've left out. So that's pretty much it, everybody. Let me know what your teams are down below in the comments section. Love to hear your people's opinions. And yeah, cheers for tuning in to this quick little video as I went over my 22-under-22 side for this season. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. And until next time, I will talk to you later. See you later, fellas.